Should you buy a home in Vermont? This is what locals actually have to say. So if you're thinking about buying a home in Vermont, the biggest risk is not the house, it's assuming that daily life here works the same way as it does everywhere else. Most people who feel frustrated after moving to Vermont did not make a bad real estate decision, they underestimated what living in Vermont actually requires. So instead of kind of selling you a postcard version of Vermont, I want to walk you through what locals really tell people before they move here. The parts that matter after all the excitement wears off. Let's start with winter because everything revolves around it. Four-wheel drive is not a luxury here. It is effectively required. Snow tires are not optional. All-season tires do not work for Vermont winters. Many locals use studded snow tires because road conditions can change quickly and not every road is treated the way you might expect. I personally drive a Toyota 4Runner and I will tell you this, it's worth spending the money on proper tires. $600 per tire can feel like a lot, but it's truly an investment in safety and sanity for half the year. Winters are long. Sunshine is limited. Energy management certainly matters. Seasonal depression can feel real. From January through March, I personally take vitamin D, and a lot of people use sun lamps to offset the lack of daylight. It's not really dramatic, it's practical. Proper winter clothing and gear are non-negotiable if you want to enjoy living here instead of just surviving it. There is a reason Vermont has more outdoor adventure retailers than fashion stores. REI, LL Bean, Outdoor Gear Exchange, Patagonia, Sierra. People invest in gear because daily life demands it. Vermont has incredible outdoor recreation, but your schedule is shaped by weather. You plan errands differently. You plan travel differently. You check forecasts before committing to anything. Convenience is another adjustment. Most places close by 10 p.m., even in Chittenden County, which is kind of where I service. Late night dining is rare, shopping options are limited compared to bigger metro areas. Posted business hours can be flexible. Locals plan ahead. If you rely heavily on delivery services, you will want to confirm whether Instacart or other services even cover your area. That has been on more than one client's checklist before they moved. Infrastructure surprises people too. Paved roads and paved driveways are not guaranteed once you leave our town centers. It's almost just as common to have a shared road agreement as it is to have a home on a town-maintained road. Before you fall in love with a property, you'll need to understand road maintenance, plowing responsibility, driveway access, and winter conditions. These details matter here more than kind of your finishes and countertops. On the home itself, locals will tell you this: pay for the right contractor. Skilled trades are in high demand. There are not enough of them. Building and remodeling often costs more than buyers expect because of demand and limited labor. Cutting corners usually costs more in the long run. Culturally, Vermont also surprises people. Yes, Vermont is broadly a blue state, but there are deep red pockets, especially in rural areas. Culture can shift significantly from town to town and county to county. Two places can look similar online and feel very different once you live there. That is why choosing the right town matters more, I think, than choosing the right house. Location you can't change. Now let's walk through the questions I get constantly asked from buyers out of state. Do I really need four-wheel drive and snow tires? As I might have mentioned earlier, the answer is yes to both without question. Are there realtors who help with rentals? Usually not. Most landlords do not pay commissions to realtors. Renters typically work directly with property managers or local resource guides. Inventory is extremely tight. I do have a rental resource guide if you're interested. Are there 55 plus communities? There are options, but they are limited and very location specific. Many are independent or assisted living communities rather than kind of active adult developments. Which airport should I use? In northern Vermont, most people use Burlington International Airport. If you're buying in southern Vermont, Albany, New York is probably the more practical option. Can I subdivide land? It depends on zoning, minimum lot size, and road frontage. Not every parcel can be subdivided. Vermont also has Act 250 regulations that can affect some of the larger development, and larger parcels may qualify also for current use programs that reduce property taxes. How safe are Vermont schools? Well, typically from experience, I've had a great experience. Locally, again, I live in Chittenden County. I would highly recommend that if you wanted to dig into deeper data, there are school rating websites that provide detailed breakdowns by district. Can I find a high-paying local job? High-paying local jobs are more limited in kind of major areas. Tech and medical are two of the strongest sectors. University of Vermont Medical Center, Beta Technologies, and GlobalFoundries are among the largest employers in the state. Many residents rely on remote work or community, and local pay is typically lower than in large cities. Is it better to live in Burlington or Montpelier? It depends on lifestyle. Both offer strong downtown experiences. If you're drawn to lake life and being near Lake Champlain, Burlington might fit you better. If you prefer more immediate access to skiing and mountain recreation, Montpelier might appeal. There are many other factors, and I actually walk buyers through a clarity exercise to help determine which location is going to align for you best. I also have detailed breakdowns of areas I service on my website, catalystrealtycollaborative.com, with pros and cons of each location. What is daily life actually like compared to other states? It is slower, more independent, more weather dependent, more intentional. One extremely common thing I hear from people who move here is that they're looking for a slower pace of life. We have one main highway that is 2 lanes. That alone tells you something. There is more outdoor time, less consumerism, partly because it is simply not as wide available. Life feels smaller in scale, and for many people, that's exactly the point. Here's what locals are most honest about. Vermont rewards people who value outdoor living, independence, and a slower rhythm. It is not for everyone, and that's not a bad thing. If you are considering buying here, the smartest thing you can do is get clarity on whether the lifestyle fits you before committing to a property. I offer buyer consultations and a clarity activity specifically designed to help you think through location, pace, and daily life. I also encourage people to ask questions in my Moving to Vermont Facebook group, as well as an admin I'm a part of on parents and caregivers of Burlington, Vermont. They are a great opportunity for you to explore conversations. If you are exploring Vermont and want grounded, honest guidance before making a move, that is exactly what this channel is for. And when you're ready to talk about specific towns, properties, or timing, I'd be happy to take you through the next steps. Thanks, everyone.